It's like
Is-
fucking Elon. Yeah. What?
Something on fire, Jim?
My pants. Is this live or
Might want to
what?
get that checked out.
I have fire insurance for my apartment. We're good.
Do you have chlamydia insurance?
Don't need it.
Oh, that's great. It's entitled Multi-Streaming with Restream.io.
Oh my God. How fucking lucky are they?
Oh, great. Okay, good. Oh, that's great.
Oh no. Reverb.
Okay, let's go check Twitter.
Twitter.
Dude, why did if I log
Pardon.
you know what?
Let's see if it could what, Phil? What do we gotta do?
End this.
Okay.
When darkness turns to light, it ends tonight.
When darkness turns to light, it ends tonight.
I fucking love that band.
I know, you told me. Tony the Resistance.
Okay, we're gonna do this again.
You ending it?
What? Oh, it's still going?
Dude, we're live. Huh?
No, we're not live anymore. I just logged out. We're done.
It says live.
It's lying. What the hell?
Fuckers.
Oh, why is this logged out?
Oh, maybe because what's his name?
Well, why would he do that?
Well, remember like when one time we were doing it and he
Yeah, I know, but okay, no, I'm logged in, but it's under Corey's email thing.
Right.
Bitcoin Made Simple podcast email.
Right.
But there shouldn't be because it says Bitcoin Made Simple podcast at gmail.com. God fucking damn it.
Just a little inside, now let you cry. It says we're live, man. I believe it. I believe it like the weather.
It still says we're live?
Yeah.
Maybe...
Copy streaming link.
Oh, yeah, 5 minutes. I guess we've been going.
Great.
That's weird. So I can log. Oh, because I didn't turn it off from Zoom. That's why.
Dude, I don't fucking know how this works.
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you think
I know
you
how everything
but
works.
now
Check your settings. Keyframe interval recommended 2. What's wrong with my keyframe interval?
Inside, I'll make
Just a little inside.
Dude, what's going on?
Make this right.
I'll make this right. I go, I'll make you cry.
That's
good.
It ends tonight. This is what people came for.
Probably not, but oh man. Are you ready to go? Cause I'm ready to go. Watch. You know who that is?
No.
You don't know?
Who's that?
Power Man 5000. What the fuck?
No,
what you gonna do, baby?
Stuff sucks.
Oh, dude, that was like you weren't born yet, were you?
Like that matters.
Like that's true. That's true. It doesn't. That's true.
Age is just a number, Jim.
You can count on it.
My future wife right now.
What? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Who could see this? How can they? Who can haku? You know what I mean? Is this live? Like where? Live on YouTube? Is that what that says? Live on YouTube. Oh, baby. Do. Let's see where my note is gonna go to. Baby. We are on block.
Like, why doesn't this shit go live?
74261. Edge. We got people.
Why isn't this shit live on Twitter?
I don't know, Phil. Why don't you call Mr. Elon? Oh, Mr. Elon, can you fix this? Why are we live on Twitter? Okay. Oh man. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming, nobody. And
nobody's watching, Michael. But it's good to get to troubleshoot this stuff now.
Yeah, it's great to just
because when we blow up,
because when we get it big, we're gonna be like, remember those guys? They
got their shit together. Where are all my DMs? Oh, that's what I talk.
Don't send it to anybody. They'll find us. We're about to break 29K.
So, yeah, man, it was a fucking bloodbath in the markets today.
I saw that a little bit. I was
amazing.
So I turned.
Guys, everyone's excited about 75 BIP raise next week.
Oh,
dude.
it's so funny. What's CPI today? Great. What's CPI?
Did you read Tom's morning munchings? How the ECB is shitting a brick and
I know. I read
Lagarde's just a cunt.
I read briefly. Yeah, she's gonna start trying to tighten or something. Or actually, everybody is. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, except for China, I think. Which is gonna fuck them hard in the medium to long term here. But yeah, Europe is cutting the fucking middle, like fucking like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm just gonna sit back.
You're fucking crazy.
Yep. Dio, can you hear me? I'm lost in. Oh. It's 7 CST. 8.
Oh, stop doing whatever you're doing. You're fucking up your audio. It's like cutting in and out.
No.
Or maybe it's your internet or something.
Could be my intro net. Intro web. What about now, buddy?
Add channel. Twitter.
How is it now?
Connect Twitter.
How are we? How are we doing?
Hold on.
How are we doing?
I'm trying to connect it to Twitter.
Connect to Twitter. Fuck Twitter. You know what?
Why did this?
Fuck that blurred.
Why did all this restream shit disconnect? Is my question.
What's restream?
Restream is what? Oh wait, you know.
No, seriously, I think you know. Yeah, I know what it is. You know what? I tell you, man, I gotta get a better chair. Fuck, this thing blows. Dick.
Yo, at least you have a chair.
I don't actually. This chair is from. This is from my kitchen. From my.
Is that a stool?
Yeah, it's a fuck. I'm up. Yeah, I'm on a stool. Correct.
It's funny.
I could stand. I normally do stand when I work, but what are we gonna do? I want to sit. I want to sit right now.
Gonna do when they come for you. Okay, so I need to find the Twitter login.
Bad toys.
You don't have plans, do you?
I mean, no, not typically. I'm getting up tomorrow early. I'm going.
Okay.
Are we live? Yeah. No, but yeah, no. I mean, I'm good. My wife went to her cousins in town. Oh, 79 coins just moved. Nice. Look at that.
Wait, what do you read that says that? Is that on chain stats?
I am on my node on my mempool.
Oh, it tells you that?
Yeah, bro. Like latest transactions, it shows you the transaction ID, the amount, and US dollar amount, the fee. It shows you the latest blocks, all that. It shows you what mempool.space shows you, but it's basically through my node, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's reading my node's blockchain, not mempool.spaces, whatever, whoever theirs is hooked up to.
Why is my
Call Corey. We need to call him right now. Call Corey, cause we gotta fix this shit now. Call Corey. I called Corey. Oh, you called Corey? So it's fixed. Huh. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Never mind. So if people can see this on YouTube, is that correct?
Yeah.
Where's that at? What's YouTube? What's YouTube? YouTube.corn. 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 Okay. Oh, there you go. Multi-streaming with Restream live. Let's check it out. Am I gonna get a little reverb? Oh yeah, look at one watching now, and that's me. That's hilarious. That's kind of freaky.
So my left foot is like numb.
That's not good. Why don't you take care of that? Okay, you go do that. Hey, baby, day, day. I'm an Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Oh fuck! What the con? Oh shit! I never. Mother. Hold on, people. Hold on. Phil, what are you doing? Taking a shit? Alrighty. So, what are you doing? Taking the cat out? Meow. What are you doing? Taking the cat out. Taking the cat out. What are you doing? Taking the cat out. Taking the cat out. Oh, that's right. That is right, my friends. Oh, look at Phil's food on. What's he got in there? He's got a can of Monster, 2 water bottles. This looks like a couch actually, and this bottom piece here folds underneath. You know, okay. Order. Oh, sick. Sweet. All right. That's good to know. Where the fuck did he go? Hey.
Yeah, this is actually a couch.
I knew it. My brother doesn't like that.
And Mochi's under the couch.
You heard everything I said? Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. Three, 2. No, it goes 5, 5, 4, 3. You know.
All right, fuck it. We're live on YouTube. We'll make do with that. That's
Where are we? Where are we?
We're live on YouTube.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
We have been for this whole time.
You're absolutely right, Jim.
Excuse me. So, what do we got cooking in the oven today, folks?
A baby.
Hey, easy now.
Why is my computer so goddamn slow? Is it because I don't have bandwidth when I'm streaming and doing all this shit?
You need bandwidth at all levels. You need bandwidth, mentally, physically. You just need the bandwidth. That's why I asked you today. Hey, how's your bandwidth? What's your bandwidth looking like? Cool. Nice. That's good. Good. Good to know. Excuse me. Good Lord. Tickle in my throat. Wow.
Did you put that fire out yet, Jim?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'm about to make a tweet. You're tagged in it. You better
No,
share it.
I don't do that. I don't know, man. Do I get what? Excuse me. Fuck. Sorry, guys. I apologize. How do I stop this dinging? Give me a second. How do I stop this dinging? That's
You dumb computer. You think I spelled Jekyll wrong?
or maybe I did.
Yeah, man. We're moving and grooving and like bitches and stuff.
Dude. Yeah, sorry. I just had a coughing spell there. I got a little tickle in my throat. Oh my God. Holy cat. Ooh.
Did you say holy cats?
I did. Holy cat.
Cats.
Yeah, holy cat.
Holy cats meow, Batman.
Sure.
That's a big cup.
That works. You never know.
Hold in wallet, not exchanges. Who the fuck is this? Oh.
I mean, I agree.
Who's Bill Wyland?
but I would consider it a signing device. Another shout out to Walton for the second time. I don't think you noticed last time because I fucking said it. Well, no, he didn't notice because he didn't watch it. That's why.
Isn't Bill Wyland the bassist of the Rolling Stones?
Bill Nye.
Oh no, that's Bill Wyman. That's different.
Yeah, different.
Well, he likes the thing. You should like the thing I tweeted and retweeted, Jim, because marketing works.
I got it. What's the? No, hold on a second. I'm trying to do something. All right. You know how to stop the dings?
We're not gonna stop.
I'm not gonna stop. Here, hold on a second. Yeah, they are because I'm gonna make them. So, what are we gonna do here? Okay. Easy.
Okay. What's the rapper's name?
Little John, bro. Little John.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's actually Lil John. Lil.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why can't I click on this? What is going on?
I want to get the bowl in the camera.
The bowl.
Frame. Yeah, my bowl. Look.
Oh, bull. Bull. B-U-L-L, not B-O-W-L.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Because I don't do crack, Jim.
What does that have to do with anything? Why the fuck can I click on this?
You're a smart cookie.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Just
and that's the way he likes it. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. All
right, easy now.
All right, I think we might almost be ready to do this for real.
You're fucking leading this shit.
Almost.
There we go.
Not certain, but almost. And I almost had you.
All right, that's just terrible. Come on. All right, there we go.
That's a great album. I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I shared that album with you.
If I like you.
The Boy for Soup album.
Yeah, you get a shout out, but I don't know.
A hangover you don't deserve.
Shout out to my buddy, except I'm not.
Who's your buddy?
Well, I'm not gonna say his name. Get it?
Oh, is he watching?
I don't know. He said, if I like you on YouTube, do I get a shout out?
Yo, shout out to
T-Bone. But
T-Bone?
not the T-Bone. No, not that T-Bone, actually.
Shout out to T-Bone.
Different one.
Oh, there we go. Got my bowl. Look at that.
Got your bowl?
Satanic and shit and iconic.
Light it up.
No, look. I'm a demon.
Bull. B-U-L.
Yeah.
Do you see my mushroom right here?
I'm not a stoner, Jim.
My sister painted that for me. See that?
Yeah, shout out to T-Bone. Even though that's not your name, I don't give a fuck.
He said this is all. That's so funny. Okay.
Oh shit, my cat ran away. Hold on.
I would too, bro.
I said go get some jerky. Because I have circulation problems with my leg for some reason, and it keeps going like tingly.
Sorry, I'm gonna laugh.
And so I think eating jerky is gonna make it better.
Okay, bye. I don't think that's gonna help. Like, what does that? I mean, it sounds like you need to hydrate and then figure out what the hell's going on with like the connection between like your hip and shit and your body and your. I don't know. What do you mean you don't have circulation? Are you coming back? Okay. Well, folks, stay tuned. We might get to the show today. It was supposed to start at 5. It's currently 7 Central Standard Time. So yeah, Protectors of the Public, Chapter 3. The game called Bailout, as it actually has been, applied to specific cases, including Penn Central, Lockheed.
This is my favorite person in the whole universe.
Thank you. I appreciate that. New York City, Chrysler, Commonwealth Bank of Detroit, First Pennsylvania Bank, Continental Illinois, and others. Continental Illinois, the 7th largest bank.
All right, you bitch. All right, no, go here. The door's open. Leave.
Just leave the pussy alone, all right? What's new, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa,
What's your Scooby-Doo? Coming after you. Gonna solve that mystery.
This guy. What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
What are you doing with yourself?
Your mom?
Easy. My mom's watching.
Really? That'd be great.
No.
Hi, Mrs. Honest Note Huddle lady.
Shh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
What's your Scooby-Doo? Coming after you.
We shouldn't have this part live.
Dude, I didn't know that was Simple Plan.
This is complicated plan.
Why do you have to go and make things so complicated?
That's Avril.
Yeah, I know. Same shit.
So, chapter 3, Protectors of the Public.
Protectors of my dick.
Nick, you. Shit. Oh, shit. I read it.
Just keeping it real.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
Oh.
You talking on your buddies?
I didn't get my jerky. This is my jam.
Oh, nice. Some venison. Ooh, good. Yeah. That sounds good. All right. Yeah.
Fucking clean.
Clean. I hope. Yeah. Good. Read the ingredients to me. Is this behind this? Ick.
Yo, so I've been listening to. I finished, but like I finished it in my sleep. But I got through most of Michael Malice's The New Right book. Have you got into that?
I have not. I am listening to. Well, I haven't listened to the whole thing of. Hang on. What is it? He put together. Goddamn.
Oh, Anarchist Handbook. That one's a little slow, a little boring.
Sure.
The only,
I mean, he's reading shit from back in the 1800s.
No, it's not him. It's like other people.
Well, no. He's reading it. I said yes, correct.
He's reading
right.
some of it, not all.
Well,
of it.
he reads some. Yeah, there are other people, sure, but they're different.
Yeah.
It's not his writing.
I like how Lex Friedman at the end, the last chapter, he reads like a 5-minute thing that's Michael Malice's.
He did.
Like
I didn't even
Friedman.
notice. I didn't even notice that. Haven't
Yeah.
even got there yet.
The best one is Dave Smith's when he reads David Friedman, who I actually interviewed. That's Milton Friedman's son.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I should dig up that interview.
Yeah, send it to me. Maybe I'll listen to it. Okay. Oh yeah, see, it doesn't say. That's all right.
All right, dude. I think I might mean it this time.
You might mute it or you might mean it.
Mean it.
Well, say it with your chest.
Say what you need to say. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't get my notes out. That's right. Yo, so what's new, Scooby-Doo? Are they coming after you?
What?
I mean, you better solve that mystery. Later, bitch. That was my cat. Okay, now I'm ready for real this time. And 3, 2, 1, go! Salutations, Sat Stackers and kin. You're listening to A Boy Named Pseu. That is Mr. Pseu to you, aka Phil Gibson, only on the Bitcoin Made Simple Podcast Network. Quick shout out to our lovely sponsors, Cryptopia.ch. Sorry, I'm having some smoked venison, dry sausage. I felt like I had to eat some because like my leg was getting numb for some reason. I don't know. Shit happens. But shout out to our lovely sponsors, Crypto.ch. Go snag a BitBox 02, a sleek, sexy, simple to use hardware wallet because not your keys, not your cheese, and crazy stuff's happening with money. The Fed ain't showing any signs of lowering rates. Savings rate's 4.4% right now, and they're going hard in the paint, heavy in the paint, and we're here to talk about the Fed here, and we're gonna get into that. Chapter 3 of the Creature from Jekyll Island is what we are going to cover today. This is going to be a part 1 of 3 because this chapter is pretty beefy, and we want to get hard in the paint. That's going to be the same for today. Hard in the paint on the examples, the proof of bail. I want to call these examples, but just don't forget to use the promo code Bitcoin Made Simple, all caps, no spaces, to get 5% off your BitBox02. And don't be an idiot. Be your own bank. Get your Bitcoin off the exchange because it ain't yours if it's sitting there. And I mean, yeah, things are scary right now. Scary week in the markets, but we're here. We're Bitcoining, and we're going to get into it. So I am always here. As always, I'm graced with the lovely presence of my co-host, my partner in crime here, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim, show us your beautiful face. How are you, sir?
What's up, people? I'm good. Good. Doing good. Happy to be here. This is a beefy one. Like you said, this is 1 of 3, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're doing 3.
So
yeah.
Let's just do a quick recap of like what the hell was chapter 2 about. Guys, it's been 2 weeks. Where the hell have you been? Well, life happens. And life always finds a way, and it found a way to bring us back together. So the two of us are going to do a quick recap of chapter 2, where I am. Jim, you can do whatever you're doing over there.
I'll listen.
Make sure you put that fire out, you know?
It's out,
wink,
baby.
wink.
It's out.
Anyone that was watching the live stream, the one person plus T-Bone, shout T-Bone, Jim's buddy, if that's your real name or not, I don't know. But so chapter 2, it was called, the name of the game's Bailout. Many colors and flavors of how that bailout game works, but essentially, let's use me and Jim as an example. I'm a young up-and-coming guy who wants to start up a startup company, right? Whatever the hell it is. I go to Jim.
Yeah.
Jim is going to loan me some money.
Okay.
And the name of the game's Bailout because he knows my company's not going to go anywhere. Jim, what kind of shitty company idea am I doing right now that's not going to be profitable?
You are going to run a hardware store.
What kind of hardware?
Fucking like a hardware store,
like Tim the Toolman Taylor hardware.
yeah, cool. Sure, something like that. I don't know. You're gonna open up a restaurant. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna loan you money.
French restaurant. What kind of restaurant?
Whatever you want to do, boy. Whatever you want to do, guy. French. Sure. So okay, go on with your
crepes.
Go on with your analogy.
Turn your phone off. That is disrespectful, Jim. So yeah, I'm gonna start up a restaurant. Phil's Crepes. Phil's Crappy Crepes. And it ain't gonna get off the ground, but it doesn't matter because Jim is just like, he's the money man, he's the bank, and he makes money and profits and prospers and continues to run his bank off the interest that I serve on that loan.
Right. And
when time comes and I'm like, hey Jim, I'm not profitable anymore, I can't pay you that interest payment. I'm never going to pay back my principal to you. He's like, oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect.
My favorite part is what Jim would say, because the name of the game is Bailout right here. Because Jim happens to have relationships. He's got access to the Fed window, and he's been banking that I need a bailout. Discount, baby. Fed discount.
They create the money, then I take it, then I give it to you. But you come to me and you can't pay your shit.
Hold on. No, shut up, Jim. I'm talking. I'm trying to help people here.
I forgot. That's right. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So, also, a condition for Jim lending to me is that he's also going to be on the board of directors of my company.
Oh my God.
In the kitchen. Yeah.
Sounds like a conflict of interest to me.
Yeah, you might think so. Yeah. So, I try to file before I file bankruptcy. Jim's like, hey, it's all good. It's partially in my business. I got some capital at stake, so I'm going to keep making money off you. And I also want to have that the shareholders of Phil's Crappy Crepes also be treated well in dividends and whatnot. So we're going to go to the Fed window. They're going to bail us out. They're going to save the day. And what do you know? My loan was rescheduled. I get like a lower interest rate and a higher payment or then a lower payment and
more payments,
out a longer duration,
extended,
and then it
pretend.
just keeps going and going. Jim's obligation was really to run my business into the ground and keep it going, so he keeps making money off of me.
Right. That's the only way that banks
essentially
make money. Right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's how banks make money. They profit
Interest.
off your failure.
Well, they're essentially kind of, the commercial banks are creating money out of thin air, lending it to you because you're coming to them, and then under some sort of, your credit worthiness, like, give me the loan, sure, bingo, and then that money that you're actually making, your hard-earned money, is you're paying that to them in the form of interest. All right, and there you go. That's the facade. That's right. Sorry. Go ahead.
So that little example didn't need to be as long as it had to, but let's
good.
Get into the real. Oh, go ahead, Jim.
No, I was saying, I think the point is chapter 2 was more of an analogy. Like they showed it, like of the football game and everything. And now we're going to basically give you real life.
The meat.
We're going to give you the fucking, we're going to give you real life examples of like big corporations, states or cities being bailed out by the Federal Reserve, U.S. government,
utility companies,
railroads. It's just basically becoming, and then corporations becoming nationalized. So take it away.
Let's just get started with that. So let's go way back 1970, 52 years ago, which, by the way, I think it's very poetic, if you could say. Probably the wrong words, but sure, let's go with it. It's kind of poetic that all these occurrences happened like right before 1971 when we went off the gold peg. This one just happens to start in 1970, but arguably the United States defaulted on its like gold backness in the 60s. Trying to fund not World War II, Vietnam, and just people in Europe who parked their gold with us, who were trying to wise up. And so, wise up. We defaulted well before 1971 when we went off the gold standard. But 1970, we are covering this case of Penn Central Station. Railroad station. It became the nation's biggest bankruptcy of all time in 1970. And it was a pretty big deal. There were 96,000 employees and had a weekly payroll of $20 million.
Yep.
And they were in debt to every single bank that gave them out loans. So those banks, not that they're all super important, but we have Chase Manhattan, Morgan Guaranty, Manufacturers Hanover, First National City, Chemical Bank, and Continental Illinois.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, bookmark them. They're gonna swing by our crib later, and we'll give them a little talking to in the next episode.
Different part, yeah.
So these banks, there was a condition on the loan that Penn Central had with them, and that condition was that the largest of the bank officers became members of Penn's board of directors. And they also had large stock positions here too.
In their trust departments, yes.
Yeah. So conflict of interest, maybe? I don't know. And basically, Penn runs itself into the ground. It's not profitable, and it had to postpone a bond auction of $100 million that like they desperately needed. But here, Jim, I kind of wanted to throw this your way because I wasn't entirely sure like why they had to postpone it. It's just because like they weren't profitable, so there wasn't enough like confidence if they came out with that announcement. There were like the people that were buying those bonds were like, oh, they're not actually going to pay these back.
There's no credibility behind them. Basically, they didn't have the money.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep. So they had to postpone. That's great. Postpone that bond auction of $100 million because $100 million was enough. So it looks like we gotta go to the Fed for this bailout. So this cash crisis happened over a weekend, and Fed Chair Arthur Burns saved the day. And before Monday, he basically phoned up all the Federal Reserve member banks to let them know, to let the commercial banks know, hey, we are gonna address the situation. Everything's gonna be Gucci, and the Fed window will be wide open come Monday. You can
And they
make payroll.
they were told
stuff.
this information before, right?
Yes.
Right.
And this is insider trading 101, and I'll get into specifics here.
Not even trade.
So,
well, yeah, it is trading, I guess. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it is insider trading.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, it meant Fed windows open, aka
Create
fresh
money.
new money for the commercial banks to lend out to Penn, and just start the payday process all over again, aka banks collecting interest from Penn Central. And so the board and the banks got this inside information, info to trade against the retail before this was publicly announced. And the banks were able to get away with this in a very, very roundabout way. So basically, the banks which loaned money had taken over its board, as I mentioned, and they ran this company into the ground on purpose, because Fed bailout means like big payday. And so all the while extending these bigger and bigger loans to cover the losses. And so in truth, the bankers kept this information from the stockholders, and they kept making additional loans. And so basically the way that they got away with this is, before they announced the postponement of the bonds, they issued out new loans because of the Fed, and they kept the stock market going up. At the same time, they were selling the shares so they could hide how they were crashing the market, because they were just new life of money, blood being pumped into this zombie of a company.
Right.
And so money was also paid out for dividends, and it was just like a heyday. And so let me go to a quick passage here. This is from Chris Wells in The Last Days of the Club. I think that's a book. I don't know. Sounds like a movie. Should be a movie if it's not. And he basically describes what happened here. And so on May 21st, a month before the railroad went under, David Bevan, Penn Central's chief financial officer, privately informed the reps of the company's banking creditors that his financial condition was so weak it would have to postpone an attempt to raise $100 million in desperately needed operating funds through a bond issue. And instead, Bevan, said Bevan, the railroad would seek some kind of government loan guarantee. And in other words, Fed bailout. And so Chase Manhattan's trust department sold 134,000 shares of its Penn Central holdings. And before May 28th, when the public was informed of the postponement of this bond issue, Chase sold another 128,000 of shares. And yeah. Oh, and our buddy Rockefeller, David Rockefeller, one of the bank's chairman, would just deny and deflect that they had insider information. And so it's important to know that
pretty sure that it was a book, but yeah, go ahead. Well, it's manipulation and insider trading of the information too. Like, it's just plain
and to
simple.
take a quote from the book, in other words, the bankers were not in trouble because of Penn Central's poor management. They were Penn Central's poor management.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's what I was gonna say about it. It's like virtually all of the major management decisions which led to Penn Central's demise were made by or with the concurrence of its board of directors, which is to say, by the banks that provided the loans.
Yeah. Here's the quote unquote three-way bonanza that they got away with.
Yeah, read that.
One, they received dividends on essentially worthless stock. Two, they earned interest on the loans, which provided the money to pay those dividends. And then three, they were able to unload 1.8 million shares of stock after the dividends at just unrealistic prices.
Right.
And so I want to take another passage here. This is the public be damned, how basically they're explaining what they did and how they don't give a shit about the public.
Yeah.
And so this is a letter from Congressman Patman, who was a transmittal accompanying the staff of what department was looking into this? what was that? Oh, Securities and Exchange Commission.
Yeah, the SEC.
Yeah. So maybe we can get something like this on Ethereum or all the other shitcoins. But the summary goes, it was as though everyone was some part of some close-knit club in which Penn Central and its officers could obtain, with very few questions asked, loans for almost everything they desired, both for the company and for their own personal interests, where the bankers sitting on the board asked practically no questions as to what was going on, simply allowing management to destroy the company, to invest in questionable activities, and to engage in some cases in illegal activities.
Yeah.
These banks in return obtained most of the company's lucrative banking business. The attitude of everyone seemed to be, while the game was going on, that all these dealings were of the benefit of every member of the club, and the railroad and the public be damned.
Right. Member of the club. That's
yeah man. So fun stuff. And anywho, yeah, we have Arthur
that
Burns
part
calling up the banks saying, hey, we need to basically bail these people out. And then of course they're protectors of the public, right? And so you had the leaders of the unions and executives of Penn Central basically go and run to Congress, because eventually this ends up Congress stepping in and making this on the taxpayers, how we have to pay for it through inflation.
Right.
And they basically argue that, hey, jobs are going to be lost here. The country and economy depends on this railroad. And the Navy even swooped in saying that, we have to protect its defense resources, which is a nice plausible argument, because this is like during Vietnam, right? And I'm going to get into Lockheed here too, more or less like the same story. So Congress responded via the Emergency Rail Services Act, and this granted $125 million in loan guarantees so that the banks wouldn't be at risk. And this kind of seems like a pre-FDIC bailout for like normie depositors. That's like what I put them in. It's
pre-FDIC, because FDIC was
I mean, the FDIC was still like a thing, but I don't know. It's just like some other like abstract thing they had to put together to make this look more legit.
Depositors. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so the railroad eventually fails, but the bank loans were covered. Penn Central was nationalized into Amtrak, which runs at a loss, and it was also split up. One of them was like Conrail, catered to like passenger side, and then other half was operations, and that other half was Conrail.
Yeah, they were private.
Conrail is right now profitable.
They are
running out of loss, and is now they're private.
They were owned by the government, but then they sold their shares, and
they sold their shares in '87. So I mean, this is like a free market success story. They are a profitable company, and unlike Amtrak, they are paying taxes instead of consuming them. So case study number one, and then let's just like wrap up Lockheed real quick. So also in 1970, Lockheed was facing bankruptcy, and Congress basically just had to follow the same story here. Thousands were going to be unemployed, and subcontractors would go out of business, and public would just suffer job losses, all that stuff that we covered before.
Right. And the thing is, the main thing is like in this, the consistent common theme in every single one of these cases is, the C-suite guys get together with,
labor unions
or whatever lobbyists. They go down to, Washington, and they say, hey, listen, this is what's going to happen if you don't give us a goddamn loan right now, because we're going to lose X amount of jobs. All this shit's going to happen. Like, and it's going to be the detriment of America. People are going to laugh at us around the world, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh God, we have to do that. We don't want to be looked at like, a bad country and weak and yada, yada. So, but that's the common theme. Yeah.
This is funny because this is what I do in my profession, because I'm on the opposite end of this, like, because I'm in debt consolidation. Sure. But me as an agent, I had to ask the client, what is your hardship? This is a hardship based program. And so whether it's you lost your job through COVID, or your wife left you, and or in your ex like maxed out all your cards and you're left with the debt or whatever the case might be, you got cancer, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like you had this is like testimony, and all these companies would basically do the same thing, and they act like protectors of the public, and it's just like a bullshit narrative. Not that what I do is a bullshit narrative, because not that I drank the Kool-Aid and believe everything they say, but I think I'm doing good work and helping people like consolidate their debt. I'm actually part of the money destruction process, which is pretty fucking rad. But it's kind of like the same approach here. So let's just get into some numbers. Sure. And I don't like reading off the numbers from this book because it was written in 94 but updated in 2014. But still, like after COVID and all this money printing, like I think every number that we read from this book needs to be adjusted for inflation. But
I'll do right.
But basically, Congress agrees to guarantee $250 million in new loans, which actually puts Lockheed 60% even in the hole. But that doesn't matter to them, I guess. So now the government just guaranteeing these loans and make sure Lockheed stays profitable, because again, Vietnam's going on, right?
Well, that, and two, when you become a big corporation like that, it's like, well, they need us, they need us, so they're going to keep giving us these loans, and like there is no other company. It becomes sort of a monopoly in this.
Yeah, there is no other like company or
like it's too.
I mean, there's like Raytheon and other like military industrial complex companies. Yeah, but like they like these companies still like go at bidding wars like to get these government contracts.
Sure, it's like Microsoft.
And so this like giant this giant behemoth of like what Lockheed is just reestablishes like fuck the free market, fuck actual real competition that goes on.
100%.
And it's like the true free market be damned.
Yep.
So
sorry.
That's Lockheed.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, lucrative defense contracts. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So before I let Uncle Jim here take it over, another shout out to shiftcrypto.ch. I think the CH is check.
Get shifty. Get shifty. Get shifty. All right.
Didn't it get tricky?
I'm
trying to Draco blah 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 blah. It's tricky.
Trying to help you out.
I never learned the lyrics of that song.
It's rock around. That's right. On top is tricky.
There we go. Okay. So it's tricky when you don't actually own your own money. So fix that.
What is money? How do I own the money?
So get a BitBox02 hardware wallet.
Don't
be an idiot. Get your coins off the exchange. I mean, I wonder if we'll see like an exchange bailout, like not just from investors. It wouldn't surprise me, right? They had to pass regulation after the Terra Luna thing went down. And
was it after? Did they pass it after, or was it before?
That's the question. I mean, there wouldn't be a bailout like a Fed bailout of like Coinbase. Maybe after this like tightening stuff like comes to an end. If it does, maybe then they'll be ripe to bail out like a giant exchange that holds a majority of coins. But again, it's not the same thing, right? Because like it's the Bitcoin they care about. It's the Bitcoin that's probably going to be back in treasuries. It's like
they're going to want to know how to control it so they can tax it. This is the main thing too. But and to see who's using it, because like they're trying to get rid of the gray market, as aka your dollars. So but anyways,
and if you don't want them doing that, then just take your coins off the goddamn exchange and don't give them like a reason to like stick their nose in your business.
Shift them. You gotta fucking shift your coins, mother.
Yep. So go to shiftcrypto.ch, buy yourself a BitBox02 hardware wallet, super sleek, simple, sexy. Those are Luke Mikich's words, not mine.
Super sleek, simple, sexy. Sorry, go ahead. This is an ad right now, guys. Stop. Sorry.
Jim, turn your goddamn phone off, please.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And 5% off. I mean, 5% off ain't nothing. And what's also ain't nothing is value of your Bitcoin, because it's infinity divided by 21 million. Think about that. Anyway, Uncle Jim, tell us about New York City. Can you start spreading the news?
Yeah, sure. I can start spreading the news. about NYC. Okay, New York City, 1975. All right, folks, 1975. So yeah, they had reached the end of their credit rope, right? And like you would think this is like a corporation or something too. Like they weren't. This is a city. And
Hold on. So like,
what's up?
who was the borrower? What did that have worked through like the New York Treasury Department?
Who?
Like
Sorry?
when New York was getting all these loans, who was that through like New York, the state of
Like
New
the
York Treasury Department? Like who
like the
handled
politicians, like through the politicians. Is that what you're
that?
saying?
Yeah. What agency? So like Penn Central, like that's the customer in the last example.
Mhm.
So like, is it the governor of New York or like?
Well, no, that's a city. It's a city. The city takes out loans. They're taking out actually loans from.
But that's all through
Federal
like
Reserve.
the city's like Treasury Department, right?
The Federal Reserve. They're taking it from. Is that what you're saying? Or who you
The
asking?
Federal Reserve sends money to what? Like the Treasury account?
Commercial bank in New York City.
No.
Or you're saying like that? Yeah. Or they're taking out long-term loans, long-term debt with them. Directly. I think.
Cool.
Are they? Shit.
Or maybe like New York City has like they probably have their own account with the Fed, right?
Well, they would just get it probably through commercial banks. No, through these commercial banks in New York.
I know,
City.
but like, where do those commercial banks send the New York money to?
That's through the city. The city is running. They have a budget. They're running as a city. As like, what do you mean? Yeah, so it's on their books. It's on their books as a loan to the city. So they get money. Right they're going to go to a bank. They're going to go to a bank, take out long-term debt loan for 3 or 5 years, whatever.
So there's just like this one abstracted, like
but New York City
like, account at JP Morgan.
Yeah. So cities do this all the time. They have long-term, debt that they take out for certain things. So for what? To pay payroll, like in this case with New York City, they had so many employees. There was 49 employees for every 1,000 person. So like 5% of the people in New York City were government workers, right? Which is insane. And these government workers were making more money than your people in the private sector. So that's another reason why that New York City, they went heavily into debt too. So they're taking out these loans and they can't service them. So they reached the end of their credit rope. Basically then what do they have to do? Like in every other case, like I said, they went down to Washington to say, here, let me check here. Yeah. Like if, the city goes under, we're screwed, all of these jobs will be lost. The city will be jeopardized and it'll curtail and go around the whole world and everything. Even this is my favorite part. I was just reading this the other day. David Rockefeller even went so far. So this is David Rockefeller at Chase Manhattan Bank, Chase Manhattan in New York. He persuaded his friend Helmut Schmidt, Chancellor of West Germany, right, to make a statement to the media that the disastrous situation in New York can trigger an international financial panic, crisis, whatever, right? So like this city of New York and Rockefeller went to that lengths because the city was so screwed and couldn't pay back their debt that they reached out. Rockefeller reached out to the chancellor of West Germany to like make this statement. So to put people on being like, oh my God, like we have to give the city money. We have to, otherwise like this is going to be detrimental to the whole world. So like he put that on a global scale then, right? So then what happened? The Congress didn't want to turn New York into anarchy or, an anarchy zone or disgrace America, nor trigger a worldwide financial panic crisis, blah, blah, blah. So they authorized an additional direct loan of over $2 billion. I think it was $2.3 billion. And then that, what is it? Yeah. It more than doubled the size of their loan then of their current debt. So this is the best part. All the money was loaned. So like here, let me explain like how it happened. Like all the money was then loaned, like I was saying at first, but it first has to be borrowed, right? So borrowed by Congress, and most of it would be created directly or indirectly by the Fed, right? So the Congress is borrowing from the Fed directly or indirectly, and that money is then taken excuse me, taken from the taxpayer through the loss of purchasing power called inflation. Then that's how they're getting that money back when shit starts going up in prices, which you're seeing now too. And we're paying for it. We are paying for the failures of all of these like I said, New York City, a railway company, stuff like that. Anything that's been nationalized like that, the taxpayer is paying for those losses because these banks don't want to go under, because it's worse for those banks to act. That's a bigger loss for these banks. Then that's the thing, So, and then I mean, I guess to end it off, like, where was I? Yeah, like I said, so like at least like we're having to pay for it, right, through this inflation, and at least the banks, at least they won't have to take the hit because we're taking it through X amount of years, whatever. But yeah, so like as this, what happens, like I said, the extended pretend, this carries on. New York City is continued to be a welfare utopia and is unlikely that they're ever going to get out of their debt. It's a welfare utopia, and it's happening to the rest of the United States. It's sad. So that's New York City. And it happens to other cities too. That's just like a big one. Obviously, it's huge. What do you want to do? Move on to Chrysler?
Yeah.
Chrysler. Here's the theme of Chrysler. This is 1978. Here's the theme. Ready? We need 3 cars to choose from, not 2 major car dealerships. We need 3, right? Okay, we'll start there. So again, Chrysler, like New York City, on the verge of bankruptcy, right? Congress was informed that the public would suffer greatly if the company folded. Same deal, lose countless amount of jobs. It would be a blow to the American way if freedom of choice were reduced. This is my favorite, from 3 to 2 makes of automobiles. It would just be a huge fucking detriment to the American people, the American way. Like, oh my God, we can't choose from 3 cars and we only have 2 now. Oh my God, fuck. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. For once the status actually won like free market competition.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Whereas in Lockheed, they were like, fuck everyone else.
Right.
It's going to be Lockheed or die.
Yep, exactly. So they guaranteed what? Up to $1.5 billion in new loans. Excuse me. This is another case. News of the deal pushed up the market value of the stock and largely offset the loan write-off, right? Boom, there it goes. Which a lot of the banks, so then the bank's previously uncollectible debt was converted into government-backed interest-bearing asset. So, right, we keep seeing this common theme of too big to fail. Like there's hardship of thousands of employees if the company went under. Only 2 major brands. This is, like I said, only 2 major brands of cars to choose from instead of 3. Holy shit! Oh my God, there's only 2 now. We can't let that happen. And so this continues and continues, and it just keeps rolling over the debt and rolling over the debt because, oh my God, well, it's essentially because of the object of the game, because these bankers would have huge losses if these companies and everything did go under. So what do? These bankers get together with the companies, and they are deeply integrated with these corporations, and these C-level guys, like I said, with these bankers, go down to Congress, go to Washington, march on Washington and say, hey, like, listen, we're Chrysler, we're New York City, we're Penn Central, we are Lockheed, we provide this for this, for the United States, for the world, blah, blah, blah. Like, we can't go under. We need a loan now. Like, now. We can't service our debt. We need this fucking now, or people are going to lose jobs. There's going to be so much hardship. Yeah, you know how the story goes. And they give it to them. And the bankers make money normally. The corporations actually, and the C-level guys actually make more money that way too, through dividends, stock payouts, and everything. And or stock buybacks too. They do. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. So in the end, they're gonna get bailed out. If you're,
if you're what, Jim?
If you're if you're a big corporation like that, or like, like everything I just said, you have and you have those bankers and you're in deep with those bankers and you have big loans with those bankers that, and it's just all a fucking fugazi, man. It's a fucking fugazi. But yeah,
Yeah.
where are we?
I mean, it's just a common theme
yeah.
of too big to fail.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, next we're going to introduce more anecdotes, but the difference is kind of like the FDIC's role in here.
Yeah, we'll see how they.
That's happy stories.
Yeah,
and then part 3, we're gonna get even deeper and cover more recent current events.
Ooh.
Great financial crisis.
Ooh.
And maybe even tie in to COVID and how like the repo crisis kind of unfolded in
2019.
I don't know. That might be a large task. Maybe we'll.
No,
if listeners like that, then maybe we'll save that for like an extra bonus.
Listeners, what listeners? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll put it behind a paywall.
Yeah. Save it for the last one. We'll see. Maybe we'll throw a 4 in there. We'll see.
Perhaps
we get our act together.
This is a huge book, and we just gotta like power through it. So, but yeah, that's the book on Jim's fingertip right there. Perfect. Anyway, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the series.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting some pretty positive feedback as far as I'm concerned. And
should we do better?
Let
us know.
A terrible job. Yeah. Let us know if we're just doing a terrible job and you think you can do this better. Send some constructive criticism.
Send some construction workers over our way.
Yeah.
Okay. Just kidding. What the fuck's that mean? That's what you're about to say.
Anyway.
But yeah, we don't care, honestly, if you give us any input. I'm not going to change anything. So
no, probably not.
Just kidding.
Anyway, signing off here. One last shout out to the Bitbox OT by shiftcrypto.ch. 5% off, Bitcoin made simple, and not your keys, not your cheese, all the good stuff.
Shift
Be safe
coins
out there. It might get bumpy along the way with what the Fed's doing. We're crossing our fingers for I am at least for another 50 bip hike. 75 would even be better, just rip the band-aid off.
He's a QT maxi.
I'm QT maxi, that's right. Cry harder.
Oh man, that's funny. It's good stuff. That's not funny. It's so yeah.
I mean, you gotta
stay safe out there.
You gotta face turmoil in the face and just laugh at it.
Talking about oil, fuck yeah. I'm just getting turmoil. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, good stuff. We'll be coming at you live with round 2. Who knows when?
And I think that's all. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Pseu, MRPSEU. Jim, where can they find you, Jim?
The Twitter.
Just so
Twitter at the honest HODLE, and that's where you'll find me.
Awesome.
That's about it.
Yep, that'll do it. As always, dudes and dudettes. Peace out, sayonara, and adios. And remember to own your failure and your Bitcoin, because God knows our so-called leaders do not, and you definitely don't want your leaders owning your Bitcoin. Get a BitBox. Toodles.
Shift it. Toodles.